Good evening, everyone. This is Lena with Especially Made for Me. So glad to be here. Thank you for joining me this evening. We are going to be doing a wreath tonight for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to be using a couple of different methods just so that we can combine them and get a little bit more um, fullness, is what I like to call it, on our wreath, more coverage. And we're going to have some sparkling things so we can have a little bit of bling. And we're going to be using a bow that I've made. So we're going to go over some of those things. So just so that you'll know, in case you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. That does help our channel, as well as you sharing the links to our tutorials with your friends, family, and your different social medias of choice. Do ring the little doorbell also. That'll notify you from when we're here live, or when we're doing a premiere, or we do any new uploads, that you will be getting those notifications. I don't bombard you with with emails and such, but I do have an email list that you can sign up for. That is free. You do get a 15% discount with our shop, through our shop, when you do that. And that'll also keep you in the know for different things that we may have going on, so that you'll be notified of any special sales and discounts, any special events, things that are coming up. So that we can keep you up to date on things. And I don't do that like on a regular. So I know I get a gazillion emails from different vendors and such. So I promise you that's not what we do. So you were not going to be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different emails throughout the week. Every week you might get 1 or 2, maybe in a month, if that, or every 3 months. Because we don't do it too often. We just want to make sure we keep you updated on things as things are happening, if at all possible. Trying to get better at that. So do sign up for that. We are going to be starting some communication through the community board. So do stay tuned for that. Another way to stay on top of that will be through the email list, because as we start doing things on the community board, we'll also do it on the email list, just in case you're not constantly checking messages through YouTube. Hopefully you'll be getting the information through email. And that way you could also join on the discussions through YouTube with other folks that are part of our community. So thanks again for all of those that have subscribed. We did surpass 1,000 subscribers. I think it was just last week. So thanks again for all the support and for joining us during our YouTube lives and premieres, and watching the replays, sharing the links, giving us thumbs up. That's very important. That helps our channel for the algorithms and the growth of the channel. And it gives us a little bit more perks that we can do and use as we do more tutorials for you. So that being said, do let us know via comments as you're here, where you're watching from. If this might be the first time you're watching, if you're here for the first time, or second, third, fifth time, just let us know. Just send us a greeting. Let us know what you might be interested in watching through the tutorials on our channel, so that we'll know. We want to make sure that we're producing things and uploading things that you're interested in watching and learning about. Of course, within our niche, whether it's, for home decorations with our wreath swags and centerpieces and florals or garlands, or going on to the natural essentials, where we can do, different things for self-care. We could do some tinctures or salves and different things like that for self-healing, natural healing, and even for like crocheting or things like that. Anything that you're interested in within those realms, so that we can make sure that we are putting up there the things, or uploading the things that you want to see and learn more about. We will be having some things coming up that we want to make sure that you're up to date on. So again, keep track of the community board and sign up for the email if you haven't. So enough talking from me. So I'm going to show you what we have on here that we're going to be working on. So this is the wreath we're going to be using, and I've already opened it up. This is a 20-inch an elevated work form. So it's 20 inches, and the color is more like a granny's apple kind of color, but it is metallic, so it kind of gives it a little bit of a shine. So that's what we're going to be using for our base. We will be using 2 different mesh. We're going to be using the 10-inch mesh with metallic. It's a darker green, And then we're going to be using the lighter green. We're using the 21-inch. This is the one that we're going to be doing the poofs with. And this is the one that we're going to be doing the curls with. So I already have the curls, the material for the curls already cut up, so we can save a little bit of time. Let's see, we have some pretty ribbon. I want to make sure I show you those as well. This one's got white polka dots, and I'll show you again once we switch the viewing of the camera, so you'll be able to see these a little bit better. And I've already dovetailed them, but I will dovetail some others, so in case we have any for our creators out there that may not know what we're talking about with dovetailing and how to do that. This one also has a little bit of the bling. It's got all of our colors mixed in there, with including the gold, which comes next. We have our gold and our black, because again, we're doing St. Patrick's Day today. And then we're using, I'm thinking of attaching this bow. Now this is a repurposed bow that I made some time ago, and we're going to be using that as an embellishment to our wreath, just so that we can go ahead and use it. I had to refluff it. Poor thing got all discombobulated. So we're going to be using that on our wreath and attaching that. If you've been with me for a while, you know I try to do wreaths without covering the middle, just because when we have things on our door, if you don't have one of those new doorbells that have a camera, you might need that magic eye in the middle of your door. So I don't like always making something with covering up the middle, because you need to be able to see. So hi, Miss Kathy. How are you? I hope all is well. Hope your daughter's doing well. We have some good news on that. I haven't gotten a chance to read any other new comments, so I'm not in the know. So I guess maybe send me a chat privately later. In case of anything we need to talk about and pray about. We want to make sure we keep all of that in prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and change the view on the camera just so that we can see the top of the table. And you should still see me to the corner. But this is all of our materials here. And I want to show you those ribbons again, because I think with the middle camera you might be able to see with the top one. So this is the green with the white polka dots. So we can have a little bit of the white. Then we have the one with our bling that ties in all of our colors. We have the gold, the dark green, the apple green, all mixed in there. And then, of course, we have our gold with the black in the middle. And it's also a little metallic, so we have a little bit of more shine. And then I showed our bow earlier, so we're going to be using our repurposed bow. And if you need help on how to make a bow, I'll make sure once everything is fully uploaded to put the list for how to make a bow attached to this video, so that way you can watch some of those videos, because I do cover quite a few with making a bow with some instructions step by step and using different things, or just using your hands. Love the plane still. Amen. Okay, we're going to continue to pray day by day. I understand that. Oh, so glad you love the bling. All right, so for those that may want to know or need to know how to do the dovetailing, where we do the little, so we have the two pointy ends and cut in the middle, we're going to go ahead and do that, because we want to make sure we cover the different stages of creating. So in case we have any newbies that might watch this later, all we do is fold our ribbon in half with the side that we want to see coming to that fold. And we're going to cut diagonally towards that point here. So you're going to position your scissors to cut diagonally. Let me see if I can put it a little bit. We're going to go diagonally to that corner. Okay. So we're going to hold and cut diagonally towards that tip. And then when we unfold, we have that dovetail. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. My pleasure. Prayer changes things. So we're going to do that again. We're going to fold, and we're going to cut diagonally towards that corner. And there's our dovetails again. So just want to make sure I cover that in case anyone needs to see how that is done. So I'm going to take this out of the way. So all of our ribbons are cut to 12 inches, so that we'll know. And we have our dark green. Let me go ahead and take a couple of these out so you can see. The dark green I cut to 10 inches. These are the ones that we're going to be doing the curls with. Okay, and we'll be doing that once we're done with our poofs. And we're going to do the poofs with this mesh. It's a lighter green, so we'll have 3 different greens going on. I have something blocking my view here, so I'm going to maybe put the mouse down here instead. So it'll be out of the way. Okay, so to get started, we're going to use, and let's see, should I do black? Let me go ahead and do black. I'm gonna grab one of these smaller ones. And we're gonna need 2 actually. I'm gonna see if I can do it with the small ones. If not, we'll go with white because I have a whole bunch of long ones here. Zip ties. Just notice my hands were not being in the camera. Sorry about that. Pretty. Oh, thank you. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do with this zip ties is just make sure that our mesh is held in place. So I'm going to just use one at first. I think I already have where I want to start here. So to get started with our poof, I always try to get our corners together on the bottom. And then I just kind of scrunch this from here just to make sure that we have a good amount and that we're right in the center. Okay, so we just kind of ruffle that in. Okay, to tie this in, I'm going to go to this crossbar here. Just pick any of your crossbars. Move your stems out of the way. And all you're going to do is just kind of push that in so that it'll be going towards the back. And you're going to use your zip tie to going from the other side of that crossbar and over your mesh. Oops. Let it go there. Normally I use those longer ones and I'm out. I gotta get some more. And see if it'll work. There we go. And then we're just gonna secure it on there. And this is just to make sure it stays put. And we're gonna make it nice and tight. And cut the excess. Now you could do a white one if you have green ones in different colors. I have it somewhere because I just found them not long ago and I just haven't put them where I normally have them. So okay. I understand. No worry, Miss Kathy. No worries. Thank you for joining us. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a poof. So for the poofs, you can measure them if you would like, or I'm gonna show you a little tip here. You can go on to your next, you're gonna skip one and come back. If you want just a regular size one. If you want it bigger, because these are normally anywhere between about 4 inches apart, you could always look on your board, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, 4 exactly. So normally I do these about 6 to 8. You're welcome. You take care now. Until next time. So we're going to skip one, go to the following one, and bring it back. And that's going to give you the poof size that you would need for just a regular poof. Now, if you're making a specific, how should I say, a wreath that requires you to have a longer, bigger poof, then of course you will go bigger. But just for a regular wreath that you're making where you want to keep it a certain size, then this is what you would do. Now you could always just measure your 6 inches using your self-healing board, using a ruler, you know, anything that you're comfortable with. Or if you have like a measuring tape, you could also do it that way. And then just spread your poof. All right. Good. So this one that we started on, when we come back, there's nothing on it. So we'll be able to land on this one with our last poof. And then we can come across. And you'll see that once we get there. So same thing again, about 6 inches. So we're going to go over and back up. And again, you could also measure if you want to measure. Gotta make sure this middle is sticking out. That's one way where you don't have to actually do any measuring. And then open your poof. Now you can do them all and then open the poof later. Entirely up to you. Kind of have that lean thing that I like to do. If I don't have to go back to it, if I don't have to, and I'm done with it, I'm done. So that's why I kind of do it as I go. But there's no rule like on that. You can do it however you're most comfortable. Okay. So again, we're going to pull out and come on in. For the stems, what I normally do, let me see if I can hold it this way better. See, I just kind of make them cross, and then you pull apart nice and tight, and then do the twist. That way you only have to do one twist, and you're done. That'll keep it on there nice and tight. Okay, we're going to continue doing this all the way around, and then I'll show you how we get to the middle. Yes. I'm glad I have a partner. Okay, again, just gathering just to make sure that our ends are towards the bottom. And getting our stems crossed so we can go nice and tight. Florida, well, it's been kind of drizzling, not any big heavy storms today, but we've had little bit of some light rain. The weather has been a little bit warm. It's been like in the lower 70s during the day, and it's been going down to like maybe the 50s. I think we've had a couple of days in the 40s, but it's been actually pretty nice, not that bad, other than not much sun, unfortunately. How about in your area? How's the weather? Hi, Miss Monica. How are you? We're trying to go with St. Patrick today. Some green. How's that new job going, Miss Monica? Good. Good, good, good. Hope they're treating you well. They better behave. All right, one more poof and we can move on to the middle. And remember earlier I said where we tied it with the zip tie? We're going to end right there since we didn't use that zip tie. We just kind of went around it. So we're going to do our measurement for the poof. And we're going to end right there. You have? Hey, that happens. I've been struggling with what project to come up with. So I understand. So I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to try something new? Do I want to just do the same old, same old? It's hard. Okay, so to go to the inner, we're going to go ahead from where we're at, and we're just going to move it. We're going to measure the same way, but we're going to move on to the inside and go all the way around like normal. Still spreading our poofs. Like pin but H. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty. I'm already feeling the heat, y'all. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just the lamps. Was trying to look a little prettier today and let my hair, my curls just hang. And now it's like, ooh, maybe I should have left it up. I thought I would do a little variety. I love Easter, or Resurrection Sunday. So I did a cross last week. I wanted to try that, making it with that longer mesh, because I normally do it with the smaller one. It's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try this for the first time on our YouTube with the bigger, not the smaller. Turned out pretty well. Aw, sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't always feel that way, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad to you I do. Hey, we have to let it out, Miss Monica. We can't keep that stuff in. All right, looks like we have just one more after this one. We can go to our curls. I like combining different methods. And to me, it looks a lot fuller that way. You are using more mesh, but it's not like you're using a whole lot more mesh. So me. Yeah, right. Gotta let it out. Oh, the cross you didn't. Yeah, I remember you weren't able to come on. I think it's behind me. So I see the colors on the screen. Okay. Last one. And I'm gonna undo this one just because we already have a poof there. But this is gonna be our end. Make it nice and tight and give it a twist. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna leave a few inches here just because we gotta tuck this through the back. And then we can do some trimming as we may need to. So all I do here, see if I can stand it up, I just tuck it in between so I can get it to the back. Hey, I always call our crafting, it's like therapy. People look at me like I'm crazy when I say that. It's like, why do you need therapy? But really, truly, it helps you focus on something else other than the crazy. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm going to go to the nearest crossbar, just like we did before. Oops. And I'm just going to use this zip tie to get it nice and tight. And then we can cut the excess, but leaving about an inch just to make sure it doesn't come out. And the excess I'm talking about, of course, is the mesh. And we'll do the same to this one. Makes it look a little bit prettier. Now, sometimes, depending on where the wreath is going, I do cover the back, but not always. So if it's going to be on someone's door where the metal might do some damage, I do like covering it with those, what do they call those? Those plate things, those round plate things. I can't even think of the word. Oh, thank you, Monica. Awesome. See, it's already got some bling. I think it's the bling. I don't know. Alrighty. So now we're going to go on to the curls. Now, a couple of different ways we can do this. So the curls, you can go on and do them first and then do your ribbons, or you can go ahead and do it all at one time. So I'm going to show you both ways. So we're just going to curl it in the way it wants to go and find your middle. The light green, there's a lady, she actually closed her store. I went almost to the Alabama line. She used to have a craft store, and her son wanted her to move back to California where he was or is. But she had a whole bunch of mesh that she, had for sale. So I kind of try to stack up when I find a good sale. But this is how it would look if we do it this way. Now you can do with the ribbon being on top of the mesh, or doing this, the curl on top of the mesh. So depending on what look you like. So I kind of like changing it up. This is going to be our main ribbon. Ooh, beaded chunky keychains. Ooh, I want to see that. That sounds awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to be alternating the other two. The gold one with the black is going to be our main ribbon, so that's going to be everywhere. And then we're going to be alternating the other two ribbons that I have here on the table. So then we find our middle. Did you really? Alabama's not too far. Okay, so if we do it separate, this is what it would look like. And since that's our end, I'm just go ahead and doing it twice. And then we could decide how we want our ribbons. So I'm going to do 1 and 1. 1 up and 1 down. And spread it up. That's usually the way I roll. So that's how it would look. Okay. And the other way. Diamond art picture. Ooh. That sounds interesting. I want to see that too. Y'all are creating some interesting stuff. Can't wait. I hope I can see them. Share. Please do share. I want to see. It sounds beautiful. I am not that artsy. I went to a place, what is that painting? It's kind of like a painting by the numbers kind of thing. And that's about the only way that I can do that kind of stuff. So this is the other way. You can do your curl and then do your ribbons, put them all together, and then put them on. That works as well. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love to see it. Okay, so here I'm going to do the opposite. Since this one is going to be on all of them, I'm going to make this one go down on this side. That way we can have the different green and not gold and gold. So either way, and that's the way it'll look that way. So it looks the same. So you decide if you want to do them all at once or one at a time. I like doing it all, so could do it either way. So there's our curl. And now we're going to switch back to our polka dot one. Polka dots, polka dots. Nice and tight. And since we're done, I'm just doing a couple of extra twists there. That's awesome. I'm glad that helps you relax. We need that in this world. There's just too much going on. Gotta have a relaxing time. Which one? Which one? Which ribbon? I kind of like the bling on all on the two. I'm guessing it might be the one on top right now. I don't know. We have a little bit of a delayed reaction in case you haven't noticed. I may not get to answer your question until about a minute after. Even though it's live. Gotta have the bling. I must admit though, when it comes to glitter, I try to stay away from it if I can. I don't like doing directly with the glitter. Just because it gets everywhere. But it makes everything look so pretty. But when I'm doing glitter, like when I do the fake bakes and I try to do the glitter over things to make it, you know, more shiny, it seems like I have glitter for like, I'm gonna say days, but it feels like it's longer than that, you know? So, like you clean, you sweep, and you do all sorts of things and still find glitter later, even on yourself. Okay. And you could also scrunch these right on your fingers here. Or you could use the table like I was doing before. Sparkling green and gold. Yes, I like that one too. It kind of brings all the colors together. This one, this one. I love that. Top of the morning to you. Love it. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a sign and I was like, you know, I don't want to cover it up too much. But I like that one. Top of the morning to you. I like the accent. Sometimes when we watch some movies or something and they're talking and you hear that accent. I like hearing different accents. Alrighty. So this is how it's looking so far. like we have 3 more. And then we can go to the inner. Aw. I haven't made that many signs this past year. I think I've been slacking. Not. It's just too much going on. But I really need to get back on top of it. Haven't been doing the kits, haven't been doing the signs. Just so much going on. Had to go to bare minimum just for my own sanity. Glad you like it, Kathy. Moving right along. Okay. One more. I need to open that one some more. Okay. The gold and the glitter. Ooh. Don't forget to do thumbs up if you like the video. If you like it so far. Oops, I moved the ribbon. Just trying to curl it a little. Okay. I have to do the gold on both sides on that one. Let's see. I like it. That's how it will look if we do both to the same side instead of one up and one down. Does that make sense? See how we alternated on one on the other sides, but then we have the gold both on top, green on the bottom. So we have options. Let's see. Going to glitter. There we go. Doing the same thing on our inner and still alternating the ribbons. This time I'm going with both reamers or ribbons going to the same direction. Gotta change things up a bit. Just a little. The wreath, I got it. The wreath form. What's that place called? Why can't I think of that name? I got it online. Well, not online. I had gone to a show, a craft show up in Georgia, and there's a store. They sell things online, but they do these shows twice a year. One is for the fall, and then the other one is for spring. And it's a free event, and they have these artists that come that have actually been doing wreaths, and they do florals and all sorts of different things. And they basically have classes. They show you what they do and how they do and that kind of thing. And you're out there for a couple of days. And then they give you a discount on their items, and they'll ship it. So you don't have to carry it if you don't have a trailer and stuff. A lot of people had like trailers and stuff, and they were stacking up on stuff, and they were just driving home with their stuff. But you could do either or. You can either carry it with you or have them ship everything. I don't have a trailer, so it's whatever can fit in my little SUV. And that's that. But I'll try to remember. It's something, it's very close to Old Time Pottery, but it's not Old Time Pottery. Sims Pottery is the name of the place. And they do shows in Georgia and in North Carolina. It was fun. That's unfortunately for us, that first time that we had gone, we got into a wreck. It was a 5-car pileup, and that's when my back stuff really got bad. Had some back issues and neck issues. My husband's shoulder got messed up. Our truck got totaled. But thanks be to God. I know it could have been worse, so I know he was with us. Because a 5-car pileup and be able to walk away from it, hey, I'm very thankful. But we still try to enjoy the event. It was actually very nice. Got to see a lot of stuff and a lot of different ways of putting things together and a lot of ideas. Got to talk with other craft folks, some more creatives, that do the same thing. So it's nice to be able to have others to talk with, that do the same thing as you do, even if it's in other areas, kind of like what we do. And be able to do that in person and just relate and share tips and that sort of thing. I definitely enjoyed it. Polka dots. Yeah, it's been a few years, about 3 years, 2-3 years. Since that accident anyway. Yes, he is. He is awesome like that. It looks like we only have 2 more and we'll be almost done. We just need to attach our bow if we even want it on there. I don't know now. Might cover some of this bling. I don't know if I want to cover it. Uh-oh. I think I miscounted. I need another cut of ribbon. Ooh. Melting. At least that's an easy fix. Easy fix. All right, am I wrong? Do that is one hiding. Haha. I do need another ribbon cut. Don't cover the bling. All right, we'll see what we can do. All right, looks like we need the polka dot. Polka dot. Polka dot. Okay. We need 12. Oh, I just cut my nail. Ain't that interesting? Good thing it'll grow back. Alrighty. There we go. Huh. I had an extra one of the other one. See there? I counted right. I just used the wrong ribbon. Then it looks like I didn't count right on the curls. One more curl. Push that out of the way. Okay. We can do this. If all things were that easy to fix. All right, so we're cutting to 10 inches. So we're going to go from the 10 to the 20. There we go. All righty. Here we go. There we go. All right, so here's our wreath without the bow yet. And let me bring our poor bow over. Repurposed bow. So we could do middle if we want, but we can also do side. It will cover some of the bling though. I'm almost opting to not. With? Without. All right. Let's see. Let me try here. I have on the back, I have chenille stems. So I'm going to use that to tie it on here. And we may have to just a little refluffing once we're done. Don't squish it. All right, so I don't know. I'm not liking the bow. I like the bow, but not with the wreath. This is it. I just put it to the side. We can, let's see if I can get it to a little more centered. Without undoing all the ruffles. Yeah, I don't like the bow. I think if I might have used some of the same ribbon, but since it's a repurposed bow, I like the bow, but not with the wreath. So we're going to take it off just because I think it's taking away from it. It was a good idea. Was just trying to find a use for the bow. I'm trying to untwist it. Let's see. We can get it off of here. Owie. Okay. Woo! All right. Bow will have to be repurposed for another occasion. Not for this one. And let's that up a little bit. There we go. All right. Hey, what's the thought? Was just trying to, do my using remnants and repurposing and that kind of stuff. We're going to leave it as is, just because. And we can see through the middle. So if someone that doesn't have those doorbell cameras, they can still see through their magic eye on their door. And what I like about these, when we don't put anything in the middle, it could also be a centerpiece. If you can imagine another vase with maybe the hat or something like that. Another, like another, I don't know, floral maybe, or something with the little green hat, or even one of the little leprechauns or something, that you could still put in the middle, or even a candle. That could work. So it could still be a centerpiece, not just a wreath. So, yay! All right, let me go ahead and change the view. Let's see. Aha, and I can hold it. There we go. And I have to get me one of those things to put behind me so I can just kind of hold it up. There we go. And do not cover me all up. But that's how it would look standing up or hanging. Yes. One of those battery operated ones. Or those, what do they call it? Flameless candles. So that could work for the middle, or for floor arrangement, or, one of the candles, or little stuffed animal. A pot of gold. Yes, pot of gold in the middle. I love that. Great ideas. So it could work for both. I said on a door, a wall, mantle, and as a centerpiece. So quick and easy. So glad you were here with me. Makes it so much more fun because we can chat as we go. And of course, as always, if you make this project or something similar, please, 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 please share with me. Yeah, I love the pot of gold idea and the candle. Could be a green candle, a gold candle. It will still be in the same theme. Great ideas. That's what we creatives do. We just let our imaginations just go. It helps us out. Yes, yes. I enjoy the chatting. Makes it so much more fun. Glad you're here. So let me know if there's anything you would like to see for next week. Put it on the comments if there's, something you're interested in, or have an idea we maybe not too sure of, or whatever. We can go ahead and work something out. So, yes, gotta chat. So any ideas, any thoughts for next week? If you want to go ahead and put them on the comments, let me know, or, we'll do a vote or something. I'll come up with something. Oh, God bless you too, Kathy. Until next time, stay blessed. Continue to create and share the beauty. Stay safe, stay liquid. Bye, everyone.